Powerful pre-writing, narrative, and stories. Usually when people think about pre-writing, they think about outlines, they think about concept mapping, but here today I want to talk with you about the power narrative story and stories can bring to our writing. For our course, you're going to be asked to write in new genres like investigative reports and featured articles, and you'll even be asked to create a PSA or advocacy ad. And these new genres can be confusing. Thinking in terms of narrative and story can be more familiar and comfortable, and there are many other benefits. Thinking about and writing the narrative of a problem can clarify its causes and effects, as well as the evidence you might apply to talk about each. Including some aspects of narrative can get the target audience's attention and let them experience the problem rather than simply reading about it. We can bring in those sensory details more easily that make for a more immersive, reader-centered approach to writing. Narrative and stories can be medium, big, and tiny, and narrative fragments are okay because they can highlight gaps that need filling. Thinking in a narrative or story mode can bring out our biases and prejudices to the forefront. For example, when I was a new arrival in Bisbee, Arizona, I asked myself what I could offer the community that had welcomed me so warmly. So I wrote out a narrative that consisted of, I've done this, I've done that. I'd volunteered for an LGBTQ plus community center. I'd served as a docent at a world-renowned botanical gardens, and of course, I'd been a college professor. However, the town of Bisbee only has about 5,000 residents. That meant no such community center, botanical gardens, or college. So I reflected a bit more, adding the criterion of with very little money, and suddenly everything clicked into place. I teach chess to kids in the community. My one hesitation was that would kids really be interested in chess, which of course was really only my own bias. The story is indeed the source. To be clear, and to put it in terms of English 102, the problem identified and analyzed, Project 1, was how little there was for kids to do during the summers in Bisbee. The solution, Project 2, identified coincided with the story of chess in my life. And of course, you're only going to be asked to present a solution persuasively. In the case of this example, I went a bit further and implemented it, as you can see with this flyer. I've learned the game late in childhood, then suddenly played on the varsity chess team of one of the top high schools in the nation. And just as suddenly, I took a break from the game after high school. Therefore, the solution I presented to area youth who had little to do over the summers in Bisbee, also represented the continuation of a story for me. Give narratives and stories a chance, if not for the pre-writing you do in our course, for another occasion and audience. Here I am playing 11 people at the same time during a simultaneous chess exhibition in Bisbee that served to promote the library's events as well as the chess club itself. So, what's your story?